Well, good morning internet. This is Master Press doing something that isn't 40k in the slightest. No. This weird thing is Robot Wars Metal Mayhem for the Game Boy Color. It's old, I've only been playing it 5 minutes. It's pretty terrible actually. But I have decided that I need some sort of hobby other than 40k, and so I decided I'm going to try to let's play all of the Robot Wars games for the GBA. There are 3 of them. This is probably the most basic of all of them, so let's build a robot. Absolutely useless fact. The A and B buttons in this game and the menus do the exact same thing, so no quick cancel for you. Sorry. So, let's select a shell. We have stupid looking shell number 1, stupid looking shell number 2. Ugh, horrible colour as well. That seems okay. That just looks ridiculous. Let's go for the ridiculous. Then we have choice of motor. It's really, it doesn't even give you any stats. It just tells you things and you think about it. And, right, I'm going to go with the lawnmower because it seems the most balanced, but I don't know. It's old, I don't expect it to be balanced. Gear ratio. Only 3 options, high, medium, or low. Let's go for high because again I have no idea what it does. Weapon, we have a choice of 4 weapons. We have the hammer, we have the saw, we have the hardened spike, and we have the flipper. I think I'm gonna go for the saw because it looks the most lethal out of all of them, even though they all look like they were drawn in Microsoft Paint by a 7-year-old. Right, so that's us built our robot. Now we're going to have to name it. I shall give it a suitably heroic name, I think. Yeah, sort of inevitable to go for something stupid like that. Okay, so we save this. And we can save it in any of these empty slots. So we now have Dave. And let's put Dave through his paces with a grudge match. Yes, that's what we'll do, a grudge match. So we can choose our own robot. We have choice of what are probably official robots that were in the Robot Wars TV show, I don't know. They could have just been made up for this game. And they all have the common quirk of being incredibly badly drawn. I think this one is probably the worst, but it is a very close run contest. I don't even know what that's supposed to be on the top of it. Reasonable. Again, reasonable. Alright, I suppose. Weird. 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 Lobster? Weird. Revolting. It's so phallic, it's unbelievable. Okay, I suppose. Ooh, no, sorry, skip that. Bit weird. Those eyes. Then we have Dave, our custom built robot. We're gonna go for him. And enemy wise, I'm gonna make Chaos do. He's a decent looking chap, and he's got Chaos in his name. That's always a good thing. So the weird flying box on the left is us, the weird flying box on the right is him. Notice how much less detail he has in his bad animation. Right, controls are fairly straightforward. You're forward and backwards. You have a weapon, which is supposed to be a saw, remember? But it just looks like some sort of weird phallic stick. You use left and right to turn your robot. And yeah, the AI in this game is weird. It just seems to want to plow itself into a house robot and kill itself. No idea what that's all about. I'm gonna go round it and plow into it from the side just to amuse myself. Although I'm now coming under vicious attack. Not that I really care because I seem to be winning. This is basically the equivalent of robot arm wrestling, by I think he'll give in before I do. Oh no, I'm on fire! So somehow, despite that, he's gotten a point? Okay, fair enough. But it's a best of 3, I think, so let's go. Stupid Fatbit is robot number 2. You genuinely can't tell which way it's facing unless you use the weird pokey phallic stick. So you could think you're facing forward when you're facing backwards, and I'm taking a pacing because I'm focusing on talking to you lovely people and not trying to viciously murder a black box. Die, box, die. No. Why can't this game let you go left by pressing left and right by pressing right? It works in about 20%, about 100% of all known video games. Also, you can move and steer, but it's really choppy and unreliable. In fact, the controls in this game are generally quite bad. I'm surprised he hasn't plunged himself into a house robot yet. Also, useless fact, he's supposed to be a flipping weapon. Flipping weapons are notable for one thing in this game, and that's that they can't actually flip you. They just ineffectually flap. There's a kill lot there. I pretty much got no hope of winning the traditional way by this point. So, and he seems to be faster than I am. Wunderbar. Run away! Sergeant Mash, notable for... Oh my goodness, I've got no idea how I did that. But I'm not going to complain, I'm just going to go straight to fight 3. Alright, this fight starts the same way as the others, with ineffectual ramming, some weird phallic prodding, random arena spikes. They don't really do much. I think... Oh, grief. Steering, this is horrible, 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 horrible. Doesn't help that I seem to have the movement speed of a duck with a limp. On the other hand, yes, it was stupid enough to fall into the pit again. Woo! Dave! That's so great. Dave wins this really badly run trophy. I feel really quite proud of him right now. This is his finest moment by far. Easily. Anyway, that's really all I can be bothered to do for this introduction video. Next time we'll build another equally useless robot with an equally silly name, and attempt to do some of these trial things. Whether or not they'll be any good, no, they're not going to be any good. This entire game is terrible. But that's the point, you're enduring it with me, all 37 odd of you. Well, I suppose this is it for part 1. I'll see you for part 2 whenever I get round to doing that, I suppose. Signing off.